it's your teacher librarian, Mrs. Sandersfeld-Miller here with the first brand new books of the 2025-26 school year. So we'll start off with the Encanto's Curse. This one is book number 2 to a book that is on the Iowa Teen Award list this year. So the Encanto's Daughter is on the Iowa Teen Award list. So lots of things about royalty and magic and fantasy. All the Hidden Monsters is about a girl who is a werewolf, and one day she finds her good friend in the magical realm murdered, and so she's trying to solve this mystery with all the fantasy elements around it. It's Watching. Lindsay Curie writes very good creepy type of novels, so this one's a good scary chapter book. Then we have a couple of romantic books. We have Grad Chanted. It's about a girl who moves around a lot, so she's just kind of used to, being in one place and then moving on to the next thing. And they have this big graduation party at Disneyland, and all kinds of craziness ensues. Take a Chance on Me, another good love story involving London, so some international travel. Finding Her Feet is about a girl who is really kind of anxious and quiet and nervous at school, but then one day in gym class, some people notice that she's really good at soccer and ask her to join a team, and now it seems like she's got a really good group of friends, until there's an argument. And then Speechless is a good graphic novel about a girl who doesn't feel comfortable speaking in class. So she speaks fine at home, but she's really uncomfortable and kind of freezes up and can't speak in class. We have the next two in the Blue Lock series, number 19 and 20. Next up, we have some chapter books. So we have Down Syndrome Out Loud. This is a nonfiction book of 20 plus true stories of disability and determination. So if you kind of like inspiring stories, that would be a good one for you. American Spirits is a nonfiction book about the famous Fox sisters, and there was a mystery and kind of like a haunting type of thing that just fascinated the entire nation. The next three are some more spooky ones. When We Go Missing, April Henry. If you have not read an April Henry book, you need to read an April Henry book. So these are some of her books that we also have in the library. They are good, creepy, fast, fun reads. You don't want to stop reading because you want to know what happens. The next one is Murderland. This one is about a murder with a theme park as background. Scarewaves is a sequel. So this one is book number 1, Scarewaves. And then this one is called Beyond the Grave. So book number 2 of Scarewaves. And then we have in the second row here, this one is a book about baseball. And this one is a popular author, and he writes kind of in a fun, interesting format. There's some text messages, some interviews, and things like that. A little bit of a mystery to try and solve throughout the book. Please Pay Attention is about a girl who survives a school shooting, but she has a lot of trauma because when the shooting happened, she was stuck in her wheelchair. And so everybody was ducking and taking cover, and she was in her wheelchair and she couldn't take cover. So dealing with that, and this book is written in poetry, so it's got shorter, less words per page. The Best of All Worlds sounds like an interesting read. This kid goes to a cabin with his family, and when they wake up in the morning, it's like the cabin has been picked up and moved to a completely different place, and they are also under a dome, so they can't escape. So a little bit of weird, creepy stuff going on. We have a couple of romantic type of books. What If You Fall for Me First, and Wonderland. So some good love stories. Then we have some of these yellow sticker quick pick books. These are the books that are pretty short, nice short chapters. This one is about football, Just Kicking It, One Kiss, Under Fire, and Mismatch. So some good short books there. And then the last books in this row here are kind of our diverse reads. So Walter Dean Myers, these are 2 books that are definitely classics, but they rebranded them and came out with some new covers to update the covers a little bit. So these are great stories about diverse characters. Your Final Moments is about a kid who, him and his best friend have some addiction issues, and so they're working through some things, and then it seems like his best friend dies by suicide. But then some mysterious circumstances happen, and his friend contacts him from beyond the grave and says, I didn't commit suicide, I was murdered. And so his friend is trying to figure out what is going on, what happened. And then All the Noise at Once is about a boy who wants to play football like his brother, but he has autism. And so sometimes he gets overstimulated and has meltdowns, and that's affecting his ability to stay on the team. So he really just wants to play football and be like the other kids. For nonfiction, we have some Spanish books. So these are books all in Spanish about different soccer clubs or football clubs. And then we also have all of those soccer club books in English. You can see they do have the yellow stickers on them. So they are pretty short, and they are nice quick picks with some good illustrations and then kind of smaller chunks of text. And last, we have a nonfiction book and then some graphic novel books. So our nonfiction book is LGBTQ+ Heroes, and it is a bunch of stories that are just kind of short little biographies about people in the LGBTQ community who have done some great things. Then we have the next one in the Last Comics on Earth series, the next one in the Sweet Valley Twins series, the next one in the Sunny Figures It Out series, and the next one in the I Survived series. This one is the Japanese Tsunami. Then we have some books that are going to be number 1 in the series. So the Latina Superheroes, that one is book number 1. So that one's going to have some more coming out. Way Off Track is also book number 1. The Raven Boys, this one is a chapter book that has a couple, I think 4 books in the series. Really good. That one is book number 1 in the graphic novel. And then I have a couple of manga books, Hikaru and Mecha Uda. So and Mecha Uda, this one's a cool one. This one is a color manga book. So that's the first manga that I have in color. And then we have a couple of regular graphic novels that just stand on their own. So the Lemonade War, Halfway to Somewhere, One Crazy Summer, and Annabelle the Terrifying Doll. And this is kind of funny because I did have a Raggedy Ann doll that looked like that when I was growing up. So it's kind of funny that one of them supposedly is haunted. All right, so if any of these books look good to you, you can put them on hold on Destiny Discover or come into the library to check them out.